Okay, so I'm gonna make a quick how-to tutorial about how to remove the wire from inside the guitar string. Now you're wondering why we're removing the wire from inside the guitar string. Some cases people make homemade tattoo guns which require the needle or the wire inside of a guitar string to use as a needle. You can go buy your guitar string right here. Got it from, I'm from Indianapolis, so we got this from Indie Audio Pro. $1.50. Different gauges, different sizes. Not even sure about how to explain it. But anyway, so you get 2 guitar strings for around $1.50. Probably get a better deal somewhere else. I don't know that much about guitar, so I'm just going to show you the basics. So, we just made a homemade tattoo gun, just to bullshit around with some stuff we took apart and said, hey, the motor, what can we do with this? Anyway, so you want to try to get this little thin, show you how thin it is. It's really thin, really sturdy, good for the use of a needle. Now, at the end, right here, because I've already taken this apart, you have little coils. I don't know if it's gonna excuse the length on here, but yeah. So anyway, comes out like this. The actual guitar string, wrapped in copper, coiled in copper. I really wish this to zoom in good enough so you can actually see it. There you go. See, it's really coiled, like maybe 100 thousandths of an inch. Alright, so we're gonna undo this thing here. Pop the coil out. Alright, so we're back. And, you gotta let the camera kind of get time to focus in. Anyway. So it's really fairly long. Sorry, I'm not trying to get anybody. Nobody wants to be on camera because we're kind of rough. We've been doing some cleaning today. I want to say it's, hell, I don't know how long it is. I don't feel like doing no measurements. Probably about a good, maybe 5 feet or something like that. Who knows? About 3 feet. Anyway, so we're going to show you this quick and easy way of doing it. And all you need is this. Now, when I first started, I hate watching how-to videos when everybody's just talking, but I'm going to try to hurry up and breeze through this. When I first started, I was literally taking the starting point from the coil and I was unraveling the coil by hand. Me and my son taking turns unraveling it. Oh, something's in my nail. And it took us about almost 2 hours. And the shit was just, it was ridiculous. I was like, there's got to be a better way. So he was Googling it, researching it, and couldn't find any answers. It was telling you how to apply a guitar string and how to disassemble a guitar string from your guitar. But it wasn't telling you how to unravel the coil. I mean, we typed it in so many different ways in the search engine and nothing relevant came up. So we're going to show you. So what you're going to do, you're going to hold. First of all, you want to start the unraveling process on one of the coils. This is going to take some time to actually get in here and get this thing started. So I'm going to pause this and come back when we have at least the coils kind of loose. Okay, so I kind of wanted to show you guys what I mean. This is how we were doing it at first. And you can move the camera around if you have to. But this is how we were doing this at first. We were basically manually uncoiling this string. You see how this is getting exposed? You know, this is what people are using for the homemade needles for your tattoo gun. Some people are using. Some people just buy them. But for people like me, want a different route. So now we're just uncoiling it. So now we're gonna test it. So see if I made it long enough to where I can pull this thing and start to expose the needle. It's kind of hard to do this with one person because it's wired, so then you can cut your shit up. So pull, stretch. See the wires exposed a little bit more. This would take you all day doing it like this. So I'm trying to determine how much of the wire or the needle that we need to expose before we can actually apply the method. So again, I'm going to pause it. You guys won't notice, and I'm pausing it, and I'll come back to you. All right, so you want to have your partner. Make sure that we can see the partner's hands. You want to have your partner hold 1 inch. You might have to, or your partner might have to wrap. Her titties ain't in the picture, are they? You have to wrap their hand around the wire. Then on the other end, other person will grab the loosened, uncoiled copper while the exposed needle hangs freely. Then you want to tug. And see how that's unwrapping? It's really unwrapping. We are uncoiling this. Okay? My partner's pulling. I'm pulling. Starts to get stuck a little bit. Kind of just take your time. Let it work for you. You have to be careful because this copper wire can cut off your circulation. I'm pulling on one end and my partner is pulling on one end. Now the exposed needle is around this long, from this point to this point. Still pulling. Beautiful. Pull. And if we were to continue doing this, you would eventually expose your needle from the coiled copper. Any questions, comments? You know what to do.